Alright guys, what's up? So today on Rice Rides, we're gonna fucking go in and we're gonna finish Logan's car. We're gonna put the tonight, we're gonna put the motor in the car and hopefully maybe start it up tonight.
We did.
I saw, dude. Looks like it's not supposed to be there.
No, it looks like it was factory.
Oh, right, factory. Sorry, it's the wrong thing.
It's leaning back because the transmission isn't supported right now. I have to custom make a bracket for it. Am I sweaty enough?
Yeah.
Alright.
Nah, dude, I'm way worse, so I'm fucking dying, bro.
Bro.
Alright, so, what all have you done since the last video?
What was the last video? The last video was...
The last video was doing the fucking...
Oh, that was cleaning up the other
end.
car.
No, the
No,
last
it was
video
the
was
rear
rear
end.
end.
Yeah, and
So
in the
shit.
rear end, what's called, the car was already gone.
Yeah. I did a video of us getting rid of the car. Well, most of it.
Well, us cleaning it out. You didn't... I wish you were able to shoot the part where Max and Will came over and we kind of got rid of the shell. It's still... We should go look at it. It's still like...
Okay, we will. We'll make a video out of that. But, alright, so what have you done since cleaning up the rear end?
Well, after cleaning up the rear end, we tried to shoot... You remember that? We tried to shoot us putting in the rear end. That was a Sunday, a school
That
day.
was so shitty.
I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning. My dad came out here yelling at me. And he helped me put it together, but... Like,
no,
it was
I
a
remember.
straight pitch.
I remember. I was like, dude, like I gotta go.
Yeah,
like,
it was like 10.
It was like no. It was like 12. It was like 12 at night, and I was like, dude, I gotta go. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? He's like, I gotta finish this.
I can't stop. Like, I didn't know. The car was backed out way too far out.
So, we did that.
You
You got the rear end in. That was so shitty. That was probably the worst thing that I ever had to do.
I regret doing it. I mean, it's done.
You regret doing it when we did it.
Yeah.
Because we would have had. Okay. we would have had, literally, if we had done that like Saturday.
Yeah, we could.
We would have had an extra day, and we would have been able to do it.
Because I finished it in an hour or two after you had left.
Yeah, and if I was there, it would have been like an hour.
Exactly.
It was just a pain in the ass. You had to cut off the old drums.
We're talking to ourselves. Peanut.
Yeah.
Peanut's in my backpack.
What the fuck?
I took him over to. What's his name?
Carl's.
Well, okay. After the rear end, after I put it in, after it's done, I drove it to the gas station. I posted pictures of it from the gas station. I drove it to the gas station. All I heard, it was loud. The rear end was loud. I think it was, but it felt a lot smoother.
Right.
With the new rear end, everything was just lubricated. It was mint. But I filled it up. I drove it home and let it sit for a couple weeks out, just driving it around. And then I finally was like, okay, I need a new motor. Like, if I'm going to be driving that car, if it's just sitting out there, I can't drive it, I want to do something with it.
Right.
And so that's whenever I was convinced my dad was like, this weekend, we're pulling that motor out.
Alright, so, motor. Getting the motor in. What were the struggles? What did you come across? Like, what like stood out to you in putting this motor into this Fox body?
I noticed it, but I was just like, we've already got the oil in the car. I'm just not going to worry about it. The oil pressure sensor down at the oil pan.
Yeah.
As we're shoving it in, previous to this, putting this motor in the 90, 90 Fox body.
The one that we got rid of, we chopped up and dumped.
We dumped at the dump yard.
Yeah.
I put it in without a transmission, so there was no
so it wasn't
sliding it in there. It was just a straight down. And so we're angling it down, trying to shove it in there. I started hitting the firewall, the top part of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And once we got it past there, I kept on hitting this. My license plate, look at that. Completely scratched up and damaged, brand new. I got it last year.
Damn.
That's from the engine hoist, just grinding on it.
That's shitty.
So once we got it past this lip, it swung in. We started to lower it down, but that oil pressure sensor with the new tubular K member, it's an entire different car for this motor.
Yeah.
It just, with that oil pressure sensor on there, it was that much of not fitting.
Fuck.
So we took
Grinder.
a grinder.
So take that.
We took this grinder and we literally cut the sensor off.
Damn.
So there goes, a good sensor, but it's worth it. It slides down in. We start tightening it down to the engine mounts.
Right.
And that was trying to get it in with the trannies, just dangling there, and then us trying to shift the motor around to get it into its holes.
Fuck.
That was so hard. We spent probably an hour just shifting the motor around to get it in there.
Yeah.
But once we got those in, I tightened it up and it was in there, and it's awesome. I love it.
I know, it sounds so good. So let's talk about wiring first. How'd you tackle that?
Okay, with the wiring harness, they don't make a wiring harness to stick a 3-valve from the 05 to 010 Mustangs. Yeah.
010, sick.
Into the Fox body, but they do make a control pack for the 3 valves. And that's pretty much a swap, it is a swap, but barely anybody's have done it with the Fox body. So wiring it in, it was honestly mostly plug and play. My gas pedal, since this wiring harness was designed to be in that car, the control pack was designed to be in that
2005?
car. Yeah. No, that's a 2006, but
right, but for the video.
The gas pedal, the plug, was right here.
Shit.
So I had to go out and buy like 3 foot worth of 3 foot worth of wiring, and there was like 12 different ends on that thing. No, that was 12 wires worth of soldering and shrink wrapping. It was a headache.
Yeah.
But once I got it in, we ran it through this firewall. There's an OEM hold back here for the because the old computer mounts in the fender.
Right.
Well, not in the fender, in the kicker panel.
Yeah.
So in the kicker panel is the stock wiring harness. What we did is we took the new one that we had bought, the control pack.
Yeah.
Stuck all of the wiring through that, and so my gas pedal runs inside my car, behind my stereo, everything, down and plugs into my gas pedal.
Right.
And that's the new electronic 06 gas pedal.
Right.
So it's a drive-by wire now.
Yeah. It's not.
This is the one that came with the kit, but I didn't use it because I had already previously had one.
Yeah.
And these don't fit. You have to cut this off, and this is like a $80 piece itself. And the one that I bought it from a junkyard, and it works. It's just it isn't as pretty as this one.
Yeah, right.
But that wiring harness kit, that cost me $1,200 just for the computer. My computer is now the control pack computer, which the 06 computer is right here inside of my fender. It's tucked away behind here. You can see the big thick wire running back there.
Right.
That runs straight. All of my ECU wires are back there. This right here, this runs off of the computer, the PCM, and the ECU.
So this is I didn't get a shot of this, but this is the main wiring harness right here. This fat fucker. And
yes.
So this is where you mounted your ECU.
Yes, it's back behind here. You can. That's it right here.
Okay, I see. It's
the
right.
silver.
It's right
There's
there.
all the
It's
plugs.
gonna be hard to see with the camera, but I get what you're saying.
And that all runs to this.
Yeah.
And this, I'm running my fans off of it.
Yeah.
I've got wires that are running back here tied into the water pump.
Mm-hmm.
So that way just like factory, just like the 06, once it hits temperature, you want me to repeat everything?
Go ahead.
Okay. The this controller is pretty much what it is. and it's got wires that are running back, and I wired them into my. I have an electric water pump on here, and now just like factory, just like it would in the 06, once it hits 195, regular
Right.
operating temperature, fans kick on, the water pump starts spinning. It's cool. I never thought I'd have it. Like, I didn't know what I was gonna do with all that wiring.
Right.
I mapped it out I had computers set up, and I was just looking up online schemes of where all the wires ran.
Right.
But and this controller, all of these fans, start, fuel pump, intercooler, PCM, AC. I am eventually gonna have AC in here.
Yeah.
It's not a hard thing, but it's just the room. I
Right.
don't have much room.
And so you just gotta kind of figure it out over time,
Yeah.
which is cool. But once you have a running and driving car,
I won't even care about the AC.
right.
But
Well, you will once
Oh.
once the luxury of the motor goes away.
yeah.
You'll worry about it. I didn't have AC in my car for 2 fucking years,
Yeah.
and it was the worst shit. Especially driving this thing to school.
Mhm.
You get out of school,
Oh yeah.
and you go get in your car, and it's like fucking an oven. Yeah, no, you're breathing in scalding hot air. Dude, it's the worst. Texas sucks. Just kidding.
And what I have running my fuel is this Aeromotive fuel regulator. It's a return style fuel system for the 06 motor.
Right.
And so what I have here is from the gas tank. This runs down to the stock fuel lines. So I have 2 stock fuel lines, one to the motor, one return.
Right, okay.
Okay, and so this one is going to my is going from the fuel pump.
Mhm.
So fuel pump's putting gas through here. Down here is my return. Any loose stuff just goes right back to the gas tanks. That way I'm not losing a lot of gas. And then this one runs all the way around into my fuel rails. And that's this. So far I've built up 60 psi.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what fuel pump's in it. I don't think it's stock, because honestly I don't think stock would even run this
No,
from 86.
I don't think so.
So I'm guessing it's aftermarket, but yeah.
Okay, so there's the little section about like kind of how it went in and like what all you've done to like kind of get it going, wiring and all, and fuel setup. Let's talk about real quick what all you need to do to get this thing up and running to where you can have it as a daily driver and like a little drag racer. Like what all do you need to do to finish this car?
Honestly, it's not that far away. I need a drive shaft, a
Mhm.
custom drive shaft.
Which I'm pretty sure you're in the process of getting.
Yes, I am. The my dad's 06 Mustang. The drive shaft, it's got the same yoke and the same. Jesus Christ. My dad's Mustang has got the same yoke from the front of the drive shaft and to the rear.
Right.
And so, if it was the right length, which I don't know if it is yet, because I'm still pulling it off of the 06. It's a custom aluminum
Right.
drive shaft because he used to drag race that. And so we called up some companies in Houston, and they said that they do it for $175.
Oh, really?
So I'm
Like
trying
like cutting that down or
cutting it
getting
down.
a new drive?
No, cutting it down. No, to get a new one, I called them up and they said it'd be like $700.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dad was like, no, I'll just get a new drive shaft for his car, and he'll let me have the aluminum one. But
Like he's gonna be racing it for a
yeah,
while. He's got to get it like started first, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's been a slow progress of getting stuff done.
Right, because you're working on this.
I just recently got the transmission lines ran to my transmission cooler. It's
Yeah.
like, it's just a little stuff that, gets you stuck.
Right.
But drive shaft, I just need a drive shaft, and I need to make a custom drive shaft mount. I mean, not drive shaft mount. And make a custom transmission mount, because here's where the 06 transmission bolts up. Here's its, the 2 prongs that bolt up, and it bolts to the chassis. On this car, the mounting points are up here.
Right, so they're farther apart.
They're further up. So I'd have to custom make a bracket that goes from the 06, loops up into.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'd
I
have
see
to
what you're
loop
talking
up
about.
because
now.
I've got 2.5 inch,
Yeah.
pipes coming out the back.
And then exhaust, right? When are you getting your exhaust figured out, you think?
Oh, for the you know, I have all the parts. What we're gonna do is once it's done and running, drive shaft and all that, I can drive it, you know, possibly without having any exhaust on it, just coming straight out the headers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try and drive it straight to a muffler shop, and have them, you know, bring my H pipe because it's got an off-road H pipe.
Yeah.
Bring my H pipe and just have them look at it, cut it, weld it, stick it up there, and there's. I mean,
Right.
it's simple. It should be simple.
Right, just get a custom one made.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's kind of what,
And
that's
then-
the deal.
And I'll be able to drive it around.
That's the deal. So future plans. Let's talk about real quick. Probably going to be like about the end of the video. What are your future plans for the Fox body? Like, what else are you going to do to it after you get it running and driving that are going to like define your build? Like what comfort? Oh.
Well,
Hey.
I'm thinking boost.
A little bit of forced induction for your ass.
Just a little bit of boost, you know. Just
So you got a little Pro Charger set up over here that we haven't put on yet because this car at the moment you gotta get used to this thing as it sits.
420 horsepower.
Dude,
all
420
NA.
blaze it horsepower in a fucking Fox body. This
Yeah,
thing weighs
this
like
thing-
2,000 pounds.
No, I think it's 27.
Oh shit.
2700.
Okay, so,
And I mean,
but it's
in
not a
the
pig.
future,
Like
no.
it's pretty
Hell
fucking
no.
light.
yeah,
You know, and then
like,
like
a 240.
yeah.
Pretty much hatchback everything.
So I mean, this thing, you gotta get used to it like this. I mean, the last motor had like 200 horsepower.
Yeah. No, yeah. It was a
Stock
It
5.0.
was a stock with a Cobra intake, and it was like 200 at
So,
the max.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to get used to this, and then you're gonna throw that on there, making like what? What do you think? What are you gonna mean?
550.
550.
But the reason I'm not throwing it on right now, in the 90, I already had the. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
it was
I had
all
this
set up.
I had the, you know, intercooler, everything. So another reason why I'm not throwing this on, honestly, if I could throw it on, I'd throw it on right now. But it's just the kit that I bought for the wiring harness. This is heavy. The wiring harness is a big ass supercharger.
Yeah, it is.
The control pack that I bought the one with the pre-tune for an extra $100, and that's the only reason it starts up.
Ah,
It's got a pre-tune. I could have bought it tune. I mean, I could have bought the computer that had no tune,
And then
then I just have
you
to
just
have
have to
a tuner
have it-
come here and
yeah.
custom tune it. But that's what I'm waiting for. I'm trying to find a good tuner that will be able to use that
Shit,
computer.
But even
for
though,
this.
like, pretty soon here, I'm looking to get a truck and a trailer,
and we'll
like
be
a
able to-
2-car trailer, and
Yeah.
I'll just drive. We'll just drive. We'll take
Yeah.
a drive up to Houston or wherever, probably.
Mhm.
the-
and take it to the shops. And
Take it to a
whatnot,
good
instead
shop.
of driving it.
Yeah,
you know,
nah,
and-
dude, driving is gonna be fucking hell. But well, by the time you can get the supercharger in,
Yeah.
I should have a truck,
And I should have AC.
and I should have a drift car.
I should have AC. Hopefully,
I just got AC in my car.
Yeah, I know.
Shit, factory. But yeah, dude. So that's future plans. You got anything else you want to do, like aesthetic wise? Like, what are you kind of planning on doing?
Once it's running and driving, I'm saving $2,000 to get it painted bullet green. So it's gonna be bullet green. I'm powder coating my valve covers, bullet green. This thing is gonna be decked out.
That's sick.
It's just aesthetics.
Yeah.
Just getting stuff green. The
Gotcha.
car's gonna be green.
I mean, cause like it does have some chips in it, but
Yeah,
fuck
exactly.
it. It's like the ultimate sleeper right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Besides this, with this hood, 4-inch cowl.
Yeah, but you could totally be a ricer and
Yeah,
just throw
it
a
is
cowl
ricer.
on there.
It's right.
But I mean, at the moment with the engine tilted back, it's not gonna be like that when you drive it. But you need
No,
the cowl.
yeah.
Just throw blowers on it.